to my continuous integration using GitHub Actions of Python Data Science project. The goal of this project is to establish a CodeSpaces environment that utilizes GitHub Actions to automate the process of loading a dataset, generating descriptive statistics, creating data visualizations using Pandas and Matplotlib. The workflow includes running a Makefile to perform tasks such as installation, testing, code formatting, linting, and an all-inclusive task. This automation streamlines the data analysis process and enhances code quality. As you can see, these are my 4 badges indicating the successful CI/CD workflow for each of my YAML file in GitHub Actions, which includes format, install, lint, and test. To prepare for this project, I used the Python Ruff GitHub template, and I downloaded the heart attack analysis and prediction dataset from Kaggle. The link to this dataset is included in my README. And next, I'm going to my GitHub CodeSpaces to go through the specific steps to set up this project. Firstly, in the requirement.txt, I added Pandas, Matplotlib, Nutball, Tabulate, Jupyter, and Ruff. And in my Makefile, I include the following: install all of the requirements, test Jupyter Notebook and script and lib, formats code with Python Black, links code with Ruff, and in the end, a generate and push to create the output in the markdown file. And next, let's go to my libpy under the mylib folder. So here's a function called readFile, which reads a CSV file. And in my Jupyter Notebook, I create a scrapbook for my Python script. It includes import readFile function from libpy, a summary function which generates summary statistics for the numeric columns in the heart.csv data frame, a median function which calculates the median values for each column, a histogram function which generates histogram for each column. As you can see, here's all the histograms. And in the end, I have our scatter h blood pressure function, which generates a scatter plot for the 4th column called resting blood pressure and the 1st column called h in heart.csv. And here's a scatter plot for h vs resting blood pressure. And let's go to my script py. I create a Python script here. It includes basically the same codes I have in my Jupyter Notebook. Besides, it also contains save to HTML and save to PNG commands, which save the graphs and tables to the output folder for each of my functions. And in the end, we can see there's our save to markdown function, which creates a markdown file that summarizes all of the data summary statistics and visualizations for heart.csv. And in this project are also included 2 test py. The first one tests the functions in libpy. So here we can see the test readFile function checks the readFile function in libpy. It makes sure it successfully reads the CSV file specified by file path and returns a non-empty pandas data frame. And in my test script py, I wrote 6 text functions, which checks the output folder and the markdown file for all the summary statistics and the data visualizations for heart.csv. And in my test YAML file, we can see that I have included the generate and push from my Makefile. And let's go back to my GitHub main page. So after I push everything, we can see that the GitHub Action user has generated plots and reports. And now when we check the output folder, we can see all of the summary statistic tables and graph, including histogram and scatter plot. And here, when we check the summary markdown file, we can see that here's our summary statistic tables and graphs. And we can see a good summary for the data visualizations for everything we did in this project. So here's everything for my continuous integration using GitHub Actions of Python Data Science project. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much.